Today's announcements are brought to you by Stella and Heidi. Today is Friday, December 23rd, 2016, and it's day 3 schedule.
Let's take a sneak peek here to weather today with Peyton standing live outside.
Good morning, this is Peyton standing live outside Siler. Today's temperature high is 43, the low is 31, and it will be very chilly. Expect icy grass for recess today. I will send it back to the studio for now. Stay tuned for a 5-day weather forecast.
Thank you, Peyton. Now let's check in with Kyla on a special report on Book Madness.
Hi, this is Kyla Transu interviewing Mrs. Malloy on Book Madness for 5th graders. The first question is, what is Book Madness?
Book Madness is actually an opportunity. It's kind of like a contest, and it mimics the March Madness, the college basketball tournaments. And 5th graders read books, and then they do book talks, and they compete against each other. And then the winner of the first week's competition then will move on, just like the brackets we have for March Madness basketball.
When did Book Madness start?
We actually started Book Madness at Grass Elementary with the 5th graders about 2 years ago, and they loved it, so I decided I would bring it here.
How did Book Madness start?
At Grass, we were trying to get the 5th graders interested in the Reading Olympics books. So we chose those books because we had several copies and we wanted them to read them. So by assigning the books, the kids read books that they wouldn't necessarily have read, and they loved them. And then they were sharing them with each other because they tend to listen to each other. So when your friend says, hey, this book was great, you listen to them. And then you try it too, and that's what ended up happening.
What are some of the books for Book Madness?
Well, this year I was very organized, and I made a whole list of books that we had multiple copies in the library. And I put them out on the tables, and I let the kids pick. And some kids picked those books, but several came up to me asking if they could use other books. So as long as we had multiple copies, and I thought the book was a challenge for them, they could choose those. So some of them were No Talking, was one that was chosen by the students. Bigger Than a Bread Box was chosen by the students because of Winn-Dixie. Eggs, Time for Andrew, Fire Girl was chosen, Holes was chosen, The 14th Goldfish. So they're all really good fiction books that I know the kids are going to like, and once they start sharing them, other kids will know about them.
Thank you for your time today.
We have 4 birthdays today. Happy birthday greetings go out during the winter break to Ford Kearney in Mrs. Aesthetics class, Louis Nunes in Mrs. Donato's class, Amber Starr in Miss Hager's class, Skylar McNally in Mrs. Amory's class, Sora Colson in Mrs. Amory's class, Zachary Zettelmoyer in Mrs. Holt's class, and Ryan Dunning in Mrs. Raymond's class.
We have one special announcement just to remind you that schools will be closed all next week for the winter break. Our Takes Pride theme of the month is empathy. Why do you think is it important to have empathy?
Let's check back in with Peyton for our 5-day weather forecast.
Thank you, Heidi. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast, this weekend is looking rainy and snowy, with Saturday 45 and Sunday 45. Next week, temperatures will be ranging between 40 and 50 degrees. On Monday, be sure to dress warm. You may want to wear a light sweatshirt. I will send it back to Heidi and Stella.
For lunch today, platter 1 is Max 6 with sauce, and platter 2 is chicken quesadilla pizza. Platter 1 is Max 6 with sauce, and platter 2 is chicken quesadilla pizza. Please order from the lunch menu options. Please have your lunch orders home by 9:30 Eastern.
This is Thunder News signing off. On behalf of the entire Thunder News team, this is Stella saying, have a safe and relaxing winter break. See you next year. At this time, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.